Sukhi Hotu, Dhammaputris and Dhammaputras. Welcome back to our insights, sharing of insights into the universal lotus greeting. The last time I mentioned that the lotus symbolizes this, personifies this wonderful greeting, and it encapsulates a number of teachings of the Buddha. I would like to pick just one or two of those teachings. In particular, I would like to refer to the Buddha's teaching of Samagga. Samagga means to live together in harmony, in consonance, in peace, so that there is a great deal of sharing and caring for each other. That concept of Samagga, the Buddha had in fact used a wonderful parable to convey this idea of Samagga to the ordinary people. He narrated this parable of the gigantic sal tree, which was growing all alone in the valley, distancing itself from the other sal trees and the shrubs and the undergrowth. Because it was strong, it felt that it could live all on its own and did not want to be with the others. One day, a strong tempest blew across the valley, and the strong tempest uprooted the gigantic sal tree, but not the smaller shrubs and the undergrowth and the other sal trees. Why? The Buddha pointed out that they all were close to each other and shielded and sheltered each other, and was able to withstand the strong winds, but not the sal tree. So in the same way, brothers and sisters, the Buddha said, you have to live together, you have to share, you have to care for each other. And this idea of Samagga, the Buddha taught, is so much needed in the world today. Unfortunately, many people do not even know of this teaching of the Buddha. So when you wish each other Sukhi Hotu, always remember this teaching of the Buddha of Samagga, that we are all one race, one human race, and that we must share and care for each other. The other aspect of Sukhi Hotu, which I did mention also earlier, was the rich heritage. Sukhi Hotu was used by our forefathers long ago. For example, when Fa Hien traveled from China to India to study the sutras and to visit the holy sites, he walked from town to town, from city to city, right across the desert, over the Everest mountain range and into India, a strange land. He had no passport. All he had was Sukhi Hotu. And everywhere he went, he greeted the people Sukhi Hotu, and the people welcomed him with open arms. Similarly with Huan San, and later on I Ching, and hundreds and thousands of Chinese pilgrim monks, nuns and lay Buddhists who went to India. And in the case of Fa Hien, he also took time to come to Sri Lanka. He spent 2 years in Sri Lanka. Again, he had no passport, but he had Sukhi Hotu, and the Sukhi Hotu was all he needed, and he was accepted all over without any question whatsoever, though he was from foreign land. Now, we need to ingrain this culture of caring and sharing and practicing this wonderful greeting Sukhi Hotu. It is something which we can share with the whole world. It is universal in the sense that you can use it for anybody. When you wish somebody, may you be happy and well always, it cuts across, it transcends all divisions, all differences. So I would like to appeal to each and every one of you to promote this initiative of encouraging our near and dear ones to wish each other Sukhi Hotu. We practice Sukhi Hotu in the home, we practice Sukhi Hotu when we go out, and we will bring about a wonderful environment which is so much needed in this. Sukhi Hotu.